All right, 6 feet, going deep. It's Torius with
Dim Crux.
And 1kLowkey.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, we're both music producers.
Yeah, you can keep talking.
Yeah, I just been working on music since forever, and that's pretty much what I do.
I produce music and I sell beats on YouTube.
All right, why don't you tell me about like your early life, like how you got like.
Well, I was born in Colombia. I was being into music. Like how I first got into music was in Colombia. It was like mandatory for you to take like a music class.
Right.
And
Wait, how long were you in Colombia?
I lived there until I was 10, but this was like kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
It was like super early, and I was in music class once, and there was some dude who was like, saying, "Oh, I could play drums, this and that," and I was like, "Damn." And then, but I never actually seen him play. It was like a kid. It was like another kid.
Yeah.
And then I had the music teacher, and one day he brought a drum to school, and then he's like, "Okay, class, this is a drum, this and that. I'm gonna play a simple beat, and then each one of you guys can come up and try it out and see if you guys could play it. And then whoever could play it is assigned this instrument, because at the end we had to like play a concert, and everybody's like, somebody plays the triangle, somebody gets the drum, but like the drum was like the main thing.
Yeah.
And then when the teacher played it, all the kids went crazy, like, yo, let me try. They were like jumping on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not even gonna go up there. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm not even gonna get to even touch the thing.
You didn't think you would like be able to play it?
No, like it seemed easy, but like they were all like,
like
surrounding it. I was just like, dude, too much of a hassle. Yeah. And then nobody was able to play it right. So anybody else was like, yo, I'll try. And then I got it right, and then I got the drum part. And then from there, I played that drum like at the end of the year, and then my mom got me like the same instrument for Christmas, and then I started practicing.
Like you told her that you wanted it, or she just like
no, she just got it because she's like, he's good at it. So yeah. And then she got it for me, and then I started getting into it, and then from there I started like playing the drums, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And
then I moved here with my whole family moved, and then I started getting more into music, but I was always like into actual music, like playing music.
Yeah. And
then in middle school, I got into the jazz band of my school. It was a magnet school, and that's where I was into. I wanted to be a drummer. That was my thing. I always wanted to play drums. And then eventually, when I got to high school, I kind of stopped doing that. I wasn't like feeling it as much, but I still wanted to do music.
Yeah.
So I started listen to different. I was so into like rock and music like that, jazz and stuff like that. But then I got into like more like hip hop and like electronic music, and then
who were some people that you were like listening to?
Dude, I was listening to a lot of electronic music, but like back then it was like Afrojack, Chucky. Oh, yeah. It was like all those like Dutch DJs. Then I was listening to like Lil Wayne. Yeah. Like the whole like Young Money people.
Were you going to like a lot of like EDM festivals, like Ultra?
Yeah. I went to Ultra when I was a freshman in high school. That was the first time I ever went. I was like 15, but I was so like fascinated by the whole crowd, like everything, the DJs, the sound system, and it's like, yo, this is what I want to do. Yeah. So I stopped playing drums completely, and I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna just start producing music, and then yeah, that's how I got into it. Just like because I felt like I could do it. I was like that, like if these people could do it, I could probably do it. Yeah. And then that's how I got into it, and then from there, just going at it.
So how many years like in total has it been like since you you made your first beat?
I made my first beat. I said like at the end of 8th grade. That's when I like started messing around with like making beats. That's it.
What were you using, like Fruity Loops?
Yeah, the first time I ever used the program was FL Studio, and then I stopped using it because I couldn't get into it. Then I stopped, and then my boy one day he came over to my house because I bought a Mac computer, and FL Studio you can't use it on Mac.
Yeah, unless you like do some practice.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit. And then he installed Logic, but I didn't know he had installed Logic.
Uh-huh.
But he had a cool ass icon. Like the icon was
the platinum.
The platinum, yeah. And then, but I didn't know. He never told me. He's like, yo, I installed it for you, nothing. And then one day I was just bored as fuck at home. I was like, yo, what is this? I clicked it, and then it's like, oh shit, you can make music. And then I just started making music, and then ever since I've been using Logic.
Were you doing like jacking loops and stuff like?
Yeah. Like I just I had an electric guitar. I had like an M box. I just figured everything out. I was like plugging here, and then you could use like amps and shit like that. I was like, and then that's how I got into it. I started like making little melodies, stuff like that. But I never knew the rules of like anything. I didn't know like hip hop was like certain tempo or like like certain sounds. I just I was doing whatever whatever I thought sounded good. Like house music, like the BPM was like 128, but I didn't know that. I was just like whatever tempo was like I already assigned. I just trying to make something, and then I just
Yeah. How good were your first beats?
Oh, they were really bad.
Really?
Yeah, they were like horrible.
Wait, can you see on the camera?
I'm before.
Yeah.
They were terrible, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
When do you feel like your beat started like sounding like someone could actually do something with it, like rapping or like singing on it?
I feel like I'm super insecure when it comes to my music, so
really?
I always want to be better. So I don't know, like for me to show my music to somebody is because I'm super like sure about that specific track. And there's like a lot of like for the first 3 years, everything like mostly I just kept to myself. Like I'll post something on Soundcloud, do it for a day, and then take it out. I was like, that's garbage. And then, but like when I finally felt like something sounded decent, it was probably like 2 years ago. After like making.
What were people saying like the first time you were dropping music?
I don't remember. Like people always say like, but they were my friends, so I don't know if they were being honest. They're like, yo, this shit sounds fire. But like now that I listen to it, it's like that wasn't fire. It's like I don't know.
They probably just like didn't like really know music too good like back then either.
Yeah, that could be it. But like I don't know. Like I wasn't proud of those projects, but like I feel like you had to go through those to get to like something better. And I see it as practice. It's like I always try to do like 3-4 hours every single day of making beats, even if I don't come up with anything, but it's just there practicing. Like I learned something new in that session, and then even if I don't make anything with it, I learned something for the next time I go in the studio. I know how to do that specific thing, and I was like,
was there a lot of like looking it up on YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah, there was like a lot of tutorials. One thing that helped me a lot, I took computer class in high school, and the teacher, she didn't care about anything. And she said, you guys just use the computers for an hour, so I would just do an hour of like tutorials every single day in high school. I would just have like a notebook and
Yeah, that's really good. You get that early practice.
Exactly. And then that's it.
What about you? How'd you get tell me about your early life.
Like in middle school, I started just making beats in school because there was a class that had like computers and they would teach you that. And then like I just kept on at my house and I just kept on making beats, putting them on YouTube and SoundCloud. People fucked with it.
Were they good like the first times that you were putting them out?
I mean, they were straight, but they weren't like, oh, let's record on them or nothing like that. Yeah.
Have you guys ever like tried rapping or like doing anything?
No, I've never tried.
Never?
Yeah, I feel like that's not my...
I've actually tried before, but it's just not even like my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been like writing sessions, and then people like they'll write something, and I'm like, yeah, keep that. That sounds good, or like I like that melody, or that, but like I can't come up with lyrics or like actually sing myself or anything.
You ever like freestyle or anything like that?
Never.
I could freestyle.
You freestyle?
Yeah, like when you go put a beat and I'm high as fuck and I'm just going on that shit. But it's not like my voice is good to record or anything.
You feel like it's easier when you're high or like when you're like sober?
It's the same both ways.
Same?
Yeah.
For real, I don't even smoke. Well, I do, but like, not like...
like a lot?
Not to work. I'll never be like high with music. I just can't get into it. I can't concentrate.
You get like tired and stuff, right?
Yeah, I just can't focus,
Yeah.
Like I don't see the clear picture. That's how I feel when I'm high.
So you always use Logic every time you make beats?
Yeah.
You use Logic too?
No, FL.
FL?
Yeah.
What do you feel like is better?
No, I feel like whatever you learn, like
first
that you're comfortable with, that's just what you could use to make beats. Because I mean, they're all the same shit. So
yeah, because I feel like Logic is a little harder to use because like on YouTube, everyone teaches you how to use like they teach you how to do FL. So there's not really a lot of Logic tutorials, but like Logic is like it's more like I don't know.
I just feel like this is how I feel. Well, I don't know like. FL is more like programming everything, like everything's like click the little boxes to make the beats, like the hi-hat pattern, everything. For some people, like that's a better way of working. For me, I'm more like hands-on. Like I have to like play the thing.
Yeah.
Like that's how I get like.
Do you ever like drag and drop? Like you just drag and drop from like folders and stuff?
Yeah, like I have like a bunch of samples that like just randomly come up, like download, and people give me samples and shit, so I just keep like a folder, just drag them and start playing with those. And that's how I make music. Like I can't sit there and start clicking like programming drums or anything like that. I like playing it, and then if it doesn't come out right, I'll just re-record it until like it sounds like I like it.
What's like your favorite VSTs to use?
Electro X.
Mine would be
and Contact.
Right now, it would be like Serum and Waves.
Like all the waves plugin?
All the
Waves.
waves.
is fire too.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
But I need to get that shit again. Oh my god.
Contact, and Fat Filter plugins. All this shit by Fat Filter.
Fat Filter.
Yeah, they make like a bunch of EQs and everything. So it's like.
Oh, Purity, Citrus.
Because I know like a lot of like FL plugins, they don't really work on
Citrus
Logic.
is an FL plugin. But I think most plugins you could use in any programs.
Do you use Grossbeat?
Yeah, Grossbeat is fire.
Yeah, I know a lot of like producers like to use that nowadays. Like they like to put like the slow downs and that.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, because Logic doesn't have it.
Yeah, I've never. No.
I learned about it because like tutorials, like like on FL and stuff.
Yeah.
Who are like some of your guys' favorite producers?
Like my all-time favorite producer, the one that like inspired me to like first like get heavy into like music production was Skrillex. Yeah, when I first heard like a beat by Skrillex, I was just like, yo, how the fuck? How do you even start?
Yeah, the whole sound like.
Yeah, and I was just starting like working on music, so I was making like super simple beats and stuff like that. When I heard like his music, it was just like, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like really intrigued to learn the whole process, even if it didn't apply to my music. I just wanted to learn. I wanted to know how it was done, and then I could like apply it into what I was doing.
Yeah.
But that's like my biggest inspiration. But there's like a lot of other producers. It's like Max Martin, who's like a huge pop producer. Like he makes a lot of music that you hear on the radio, and people don't even know who he is. It's crazy. Benny Blanco, Cashmere Cat. Those are like producers I'm into.
They're like a little older, right? Or no?
They're not like really older. They've just been around forever, and they're just more into like the pop. I like shit like that.
What about you?
Southside, London on the Track, Metro Boomin. A lot of people that like they're not known to that are good.
You guys like they're on like YouTube or the Soundcloud?
Yeah. You can find.
What about like some artists that you like?
Right now, I've been listening to a lot of Young Nudie, and Pierre Boyne too is another good one.
Pierre Boyne, for a producer?
Yeah, for a producer.
He's the one that does Playboy Cardi, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've been listening to 21 Savage, that type of shit.
Who are some people that you guys like produce for?
21 Savage. I produced a track recently for Famous Dex. Who else? I had a couple people there. Yeah.
Me right now is I'm just working the music, and like nothing's said and done yet, but it's just like a couple things in the works. Well, like I don't want to say anything yet.
He's the future, basically.
Yeah.
I promise you.
How would you like describe your sound, pretty much?
My sound?
Yeah, like how you like this, like kind of like.
I don't know. I do a lot of everything. It's like one day I'll do like like heavy electronic music, like future bass, some dubstep, some fucking. I don't know.
What is future bass? Because I seen that word a lot.
Future bass is like I don't know how to
I always thought
describe
it was like future with like bass. You know,
I don't know because I don't be into like electronic music.
It's just like 808 drums, but with like big synths and shit like that. But not necessarily like dirty bass, like dubstep is more like cleaner. I don't know how to describe it. That's just how I think of it. But then another day I'll do like some like hip hop beats, and then the next day will be like some pop shit, and then the next day will be like just changes all over the place. Whatever I'm feeling that day. Yeah, that's.
What about you?
What?
How would you like describe your sound for your beats and everything?
I like hip hop, like trap beats, not like trap electronic beats,
like Gucci,
like grimy shit. Yeah, like Gucci, 21, yeah, that type of shit.
Like the Atlanta sound.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Miami has its sound? Like Atlanta has its sound?
I feel like it could get there. I feel like
the Miami sound is more like X and like those people.
Yeah.
But it's not like hip hop. I feel like it's just screaming and like
dark,
crazy shit.
I feel like it's more raw.
Yeah, crazy shit like
that's
that.
how I describe it.
Are you into that, like X and Ski?
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I mean, I fuck with it, but I don't listen to the music like that.
You be at shows and see like.
Before X like even blew up, like I went to like one of his shows and that shit was live as fuck.
Yeah. You be like turning up at the shows?
Yeah, they're live. It's crazy.
Me, like, I'm just like I listen more to the music,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't really been to any of their shows. But like I'll see like videos on YouTube and stuff.
Oh, like if you're gonna go, like what shows do you usually go to?
I go to a lot of like EDM shows. That's where I'm at. Like I go to like Ausla events here in Miami, like for like Winter Music Conference. The Skrillex's label.
Yeah.
They have like people like Joyride, Chris Lake, all those like electronic people. That's the type of shows that like I'll go to. But like I'll go to a rap show. I just never had the chance to go. I was like just trying to work.
Do you feel like EDM will come back like how it did like a couple years ago? Because I feel like right now rap is like on top of everything, and then like EDM was like really big like a couple years back when everyone was like
I don't know if it's gonna be as big. It might make a comeback, but I feel like if it does do a comeback, it's gonna be more hip hop influenced.
Really?
And you can already hear that. Like if you hear like the shit David Guetta is dropping, it's more like it's got like
they have like the hi hats and the 808s.
Yeah, exactly, like future bass type thing, and it's and if it does make a comeback, I feel like it's gonna be very influenced by hip hop. That's how I feel. But I don't think it's gonna be as big as it was. But I don't know. It might.
Where do you guys usually post your music at?
I don't post my music at all.
Yeah.
Nah, you got shit on SoundCloud though.
Well, yeah, I have, but those are the same songs that have been had for like.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, it's more like my electronic music that I don't really do anything with. I just put it up there.
YouTube mainly and SoundCloud.
Do you ever have like any problems with like people like stealing beats or anything?
All the time.
For real?
He was just telling me about it.
That's how most of my beats are like found, because people just use them and then it like moves around, I guess, to like emails and shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's how like most people find out about. Like,
do you feel like that's kind of a good thing because you're getting your exposure, or do you feel like it's
I don't really care anymore because people steal beats all the time. So unless you like tag it, like hella tags on it, nobody's gonna want to use it.
You put hella tags?
I mean, I put a lot of tags now, and people still use it.
For real?
Yeah.
Because on my beats, I put like, it says Nick Torius like 10, 20 times in the whole beat.
I do my name like twice or 3 times, and then I put like random like.
Do you ever find your
like,
beat that had a tag, and then you find it and it's like the same beat, but like somebody like somehow they took out the tag?
Yeah, that's happened.
Damn. That would suck.
People like chop it, and they're able to like I know how to do that too. That's why I don't really care. Whenever you put something like online, there's always that chance that somebody's gonna take it.
I think it's funny because like people they like that whole purchase your beats today.
Yeah.
Like now they actually use that. Like I see people cutting it up like purchase. You
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because they're like, damn, you know, that's used to like block them from taking the beat, but now they're using
It sounds like good on it, so people don't even care.
What if you just
Yeah,
copyright
exactly.
your shit?
That's another thing, and I've had people copyright my music like
Say that
and
they
without
did
even
it.
buying it, and then I get a copyright like claim on my YouTube channel.
from a beat you made.
Like I'm telling you, this happens like every month. I have like 3 or 4 people doing that shit, and then I have to go and file like a report or whatever with YouTube, and
how
then
you
they
even
like
how you even prove that that is your beat?
you gotta copyright it, but I don't copyright it.
Is it because it takes too much time or like?
I don't know how to do that.
I think you just go to copyright.com.
And then what do you do?
Copyright.gov. And like I think it's like, but it costs money though. It's like $35
Per track, yeah, or something
Yeah.
like that. Or you could like get a package of them, and then it would be like for like 10 songs, you could just still pay like $35.
And they still have your name, the producer credit, and everything.
Some people put it, but I don't really care like anymore. It's just a lot of people trying to like steal beats now.
How much do you usually like? Do you sell a lot?
Yeah.
Like
When somebody wants it without the tags, they'll buy like a lease, or if you wanna like do more with the track, you'll buy like an exclusive and like basically yours, and you can like sell it how many times you want, that type of shit.
What's like the most you ever sold a beat for?
Like 2 G's.
2 G's?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I've never sold any beat.
That's shit though compared to like producers who sell beats for like 10 bands or like 15.
I heard Young Chop sells like beats for like 1.5 million.
That's what I'm saying. No, Southside sells like beats for like 35K or some shit like that, like close to 50K.
Nah,
Nah, but I don't think Young Chop does beats for 1.2 million.
that's what I heard.
For real?
Yeah,
That's crazy though.
he sold a beat to 2 Chainz for that much.
Shit.
I mean, there's never like a limit on like how much you're gonna price it. It just depends who you're selling it to and who's hitting you up for it.
Like, if a big artist that hit you up like, yo, let me buy one of your beats, would you like give it to him for free for like clout, or would you like charge him so you can make some bread?
No, most of my beats, all of them, I've sold for like to the artist.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, then don't use it. You feel me? You have money and you're rapping about like bands and this and that, but then you can't buy a beat.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I had to put the work to like do that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that shit's tiring. Like,
How long does it usually take you guys to make beats? Like your beats?
I mean, I can make a beat in like 10 minutes, but it depends like what type of you're going for, or it just depends what you're touching like in the moment. Cause I don't even know like how to play piano or anything. I just do it by ear. So like whatever I hear that I fuck with, I just
Do you
go
use
from
like
there.
the piano, like the MIDI keyboard? Or you
Yeah,
just, like,
I use a piano.
you, like,
But I don't know how to
piano?
play like keys, like how to make a.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing that I have to work on.
Do you know your chords, like chord progressions and stuff?
I know a
like that?
couple chords, but
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
like.
I know some.
I want to be on some Zaytoven type of shit.
like some. No, progressions.
Do you feel like there's gonna be a time when like producers are like gonna be more like influential than the rappers?
I feel like
They've always been more influential because if there was no beats, like
I mean, like
there's
more
no
famous,
rap
like,
music.
because if rappers like
I feel like now they get more credit.
famous. Yeah, they do get more credit.
Like they like before, they would just be like behind the scenes.
You
And-
could do a lot more now because the internet is just like
Exactly.
you feel me. A producer can be an artist,
Exactly.
and they could do other shit like.
Yes, I feel like
Not just
it
music.
eventually is gonna be like
Yeah.
the same.
how do you differentiate yourself as like a producer, like in all the other producers, you know, like get yourself to like artists that you know that are big pretty much.
Like how do
Like how do you
stand
become,
out?
Yeah, like how do you become like a big producer? Like, how
I
do you-
feel like it's just a little bit of everything. You just have to be like kind of lucky, you know, find yourself in the right situations, and then at the same time be prepared. Like just,
I feel like you just need to have good music.
yeah,
overall.
exactly. Just if you do,
'Cause I
and
know a
then
lot-
you find yourself in the right place at the right time, you know.
Because I know a lot of producers, they make pretty good beats, but then I see they have like two plays, like 20
Yeah.
followers, you know, stuff like
I
that.
feel like it's a mix of everything. You have to kind of, like send out your shit and just hope for the best. But like at the same time, just know that, you put in work. That's how I look at it.
Oh, being consistent too.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
you have to work.
how often
A
you guys
lot.
drop
You gotta
beats?
be consistent. Like I haven't uploaded in YouTube in like a month, and like you just start seeing like, you feel me? Like
I work
What?
with,
your sales go down, your
Okay.
numbers go down. Yeah.
I don't know. I just work on music every day, like every single day.
But you said you don't drop it, right? So like, like
So what I do is, I'm working with Cool and Dre, and
Who?
Cool and Dre,
uh-huh.
and what I do, because they obviously have a lot of connections, and I'll just make music. If I think it sounds right, I'll send it to them, and then from there I'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working on right now. But it just started recent, so like that's my main focus. Just try to make some like commercial sounding music, send it out to like artists, and hopefully they choose something. But I just started working on that specific project, and then I'm just that's what I'm working on. But like I don't know how, like you say, how do I can't even pronounce that word. Differentiate myself from other people.
Yeah, like other people trying to be like big producers.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard nowadays because like so many people making music. You can sound like other people without even trying. So it's like you just gotta, I don't know, kind of like
Just have
try
like a signature thing,
exactly,
like that.
Just
Whenever
be
somebody
the
hears
one
it,
thing
they
that you
know
haven't
it's you.
heard. Like say you wanna hear a specific sound, just be that sound that you haven't heard of. That's how I feel like you
Yeah.
could be different. But it's not easy. Like if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
It's hard finding that sound that like nobody else.
And it's hard being consistent too. Like with good
Yeah,
music.
because you can make like something that's like a banger one day and then like
Exactly.
trash the next day.
Or like you could just make something that's fire one day and then go like a couple months without making anything fire,
Yeah.
which is it's hard.
Well, if you could like mix two genres together to make like a whole new genre, like what genres would you guys make?
Like blues with like trap.
Blues and trap.
Blues and trap.
That's kind of how 21 Savage is.
But that's like what I fuck with. That's the type of song I fuck with.
But like, what do you mean by blues?
Like
blues samples?
Sad, not even sad shit, just like inspirational or like sad type of shit, like with like a writing like beat.
Yeah.
I'll have to do this. I don't know if I could mix two.
What would you call that? Blues hop or something?
Damn, I don't know what I would. I honestly don't know. I have to like think about it.
I know nowadays like it's like the big thing is like rock and rap.
Rock and rap, I know.
Yeah.
I just don't like that shit. I never
Yeah.
liked rock. Like I've listened to like rock bands and I don't like that shit.
Cause that's why I used to listen to rock before. Like I listened to like rap and stuff. Like when I was like little.
Nah, I've always
And then I
listened
got
to
to
hip
rap.
hop since I was little, and I never really liked like rock like that.
What about when you guys are making a song? How do you know that it's a banger?
If I could freestyle on it and if I fuck with it,
For real?
yeah. And that's how I know people are gonna fuck with it.
For me, like, I don't know. Shit. I feel like sometimes, like, I'm not the one to know that if it's a banger or not. Like, I'll just have the instrumental, and then I'll go, like, to the studio, and then if somebody hears something that I didn't hear, and then I just try to make music and leave space for vocals, and, like, make sure it's, like, a dope chord progression, like, use, like, dope sounds, and, like, kind of make it special, I guess. But then I don't know the potential of the track until like if I hear it with vocals, I was like, oh shit, like like that melody with
Also,
this chord progression.
if you smoke like weed while you're making it, like almost when it's finished, and then you just hear it, I feel like you hear like more like.
Really?
I don't know. I when I'm high, like, and I'm making music, I have like a different perspective of when like I'm sober and I'm listening to it. Sometimes I don't like it when I'm sober. Sometimes I don't like it when I'm high. It just depends. I don't know.
Nah, the problem, like, cause I do drink and I drink a lot. Like I go out and drink and shit. The problem with that is everything sounds dope when I drink. So it's like I can't judge. That's why I don't like making music when I'm not sober,
like
because
influence and stuff.
yeah, I can't judge at that time it was like, yo, is this fire? Is this not? Like, I can't. So it's like it's better when I'm sober. It's like, all right, you know, this might not sound as good. And sometimes you think it sounds fire, and then you come back the next day and it's like trash. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
just gotta keep at it too.
Do you feel like there's any like mistakes you've made like with music or anything?
I feel just not being consistent enough and like just not working hard enough.
Like one of my biggest mistakes was probably being super insecure about my music. Like it took me too long to like get out of that shell.
Really?
I was just like, you know, working on music every day like for like 2 years straight without even putting anything out. I was just, you know, the whole time just, you know, learning. And people were like my boys, like they would be like, oh, yo, this shit sounds fire. And I was like, nah, like I don't know. Then yeah, that's.
What about like some advice that you'd want to give to somebody, like just starting out making beats?
Consistency.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, right?
But consistent like fire, not like consistent like trash.
Yeah.
And then like once you have somebody's attention with like one good beat, then you keep on like putting out fire shit, and then you're just gonna keep on adding on.
You ever rap, like you ever give someone a beat and it's like trash?
Oh, I've actually, one of the songs I've produced for Famous Dex, when I first made like the beat, I didn't even like that shit or nothing.
Sure.
And I never even knew it was gonna be like Famous Dex.
That's what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you don't see the potential yourself.
And then next thing you know, 2 months later, I see it on World Star, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Did he reach out to you like after that?
He's never reached out to me, but I know like people that he chills with, like in LA, and that's how like it's got into him.
What about 21 Savage?
21 Savage was somebody who paid a feature, and then it was my beat.
Oh.
So I just got lucky.
He paid for 21 Savage to be on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, because it was a feature. Maybe he didn't pay him, but
oh yeah,
I think he paid him, because it's 21 Savage. But that was like last year. Like before.
It was like 21 Savage?
The No Heart. I mean, not No Heart. Fucking. Like that whole album he dropped.
Yeah. Do you guys have anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out Private Sessions. Shout out Vince97. Shout out my nigga Nebru. Shout out Envy. Shout out hella people. Yeah.
Muse, bro. Shout out to Chris, Ian.
Yeah.
You know Ian, right?
Yeah. We interviewed him like yesterday.
Oh yeah, he told me about that.
You guys went to a show?
To the show, no. I didn't know about it until like I saw the video. I was like, damn, should have gone.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing a lot of people.
Yeah, me too. I can't think right now.
Let me think. Just shout out everybody that fucks with like my YouTube and my Soundcloud, and anybody who has like bought my shit.
And where can they find you guys at?
YouTube. Just look up 1kLowkey, and then on SoundCloud the same thing.
Me would be at Dim Crux, at Dim_Crux, Instagram. It's like the only social media I actually use. But I don't, or like SoundCloud, the same shit.
Yeah. All right, 6 feet. This has been Dim Crux and 1kLowkey.